Alright, so first upgrade, it's going to be Relic's face. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go for these guys, the GPM. Look at the right side, of course not. We're going to go for the GPM Racing Products, the sophisticated parts for RC cars. 100% Asia T's warranty. Put that to the test, no problem. There's your part number. You guys want to get on there and check it out. I'll also put a link in the video description. Alright, so you guys don't need to see me tear this apart. Give me a moment, I'll tear this apart and I'll start putting new stuff in. Look at that. That's just pretty. Yeah, I like it. Alright, so plugging away on these things, and I just wanted to show you guys before I get too much further ahead about that kind of movement. That has nothing to do with the bearings or the knuckle. I'm going to have, the tires are going to be slightly towed in or cambered in, whatever you call it, because my stubs or whatever these are called, they're extremely worn out. You can see in that area, that area right there, it's thinner than everywhere else. That's where the bearing sits, and it's worn that out. And same thing on the cup side. It'll be a little bit narrower, thinner here on the end, because that's where, or sorry, right there, than it should be, because that's where the other race of the bearing sits. So it's a little sloppy inside the knuckle. And I am using the ceramic bearings in these knuckles. They are the same size as the ones that come out of the CCO1, so that's a nice fit. But yeah, it's got that problem. Not cool. Oh well, what do you do, right? Oh, you get new ones, of course, but yeah, I don't have any right now. Just doing some of the simple stuff right now, but as I'm doing this, I was thinking about how when I first got started, I would go online and try and find other people's videos of things I'm trying to do, the simplest things, and no one had videos about them because, well, they were like the simplest things. So it's ironic because I'm trying to do this and explaining how it's so simple, but yet I'm struggling. So two things I was just going to mention real quick. That barely needs to be tight. The shoulder takes up all the room. So remember, these sleeve, like this bottom one, I don't know if you can see that on there. This sleeve is in there, so that's in the middle as a sandwich gasket, and then the end of the screw just touches the end of the sleeve out there. That's nice already. Don't even feel like adding the other one. I've already put Loctite inside of there. So I was just going to mention those two things about how the shoulders go in and how very important Loctite is when you're working with metal products. It barely needs to be tight at all. The Loctite will hold that in there. So there's one side done. So look at that as well. Something that's pretty cool I was just noticing earlier. I had went online to see if I can figure out how it goes, but I'm like, well, there's only one way to go. I just trial and error it. So with the 5-degree offset, but that part, you see how it's thinner there and thicker over there? So that straightens out the output. Oop, what am I doing? There we go. Do it right, Lyle. For once. Come on. Dropping the crap. Now I probably got dog hair on things I don't want dog hair on. That sounded... That's what she said. Yeah, there. So it takes the output and flattens it out to be even with that. Well, those bearings feel nice. Those are the ceramic bearings in there. That feels good. Alright, so there's one side done. So there's upgrade number 1. Relic gets gunmetal front end. That is gorgeous. So there's two types of bushings in the steering linkage. There's a brass with a nylon between it. Then there's nylon in here and brass ones in between the knuckles and C's. Took me a couple times to get them on because I wasn't doing it right. The knuckles are different from side to side, which is different for me to deal with. But yeah, man, I can't stop staring at it. That's beautiful. See if I can get a little more light on it, maybe. Look at that, eh? Just awesome. Alright. Now to go get it dirty. Alright, I got a lot to do around the house. I don't have a time for trail run tonight, and the weather's been iffy in Calgary. Tornado warnings and wind warnings and things like that. So I'm just going to stay in tonight, but I'm going to hit the rocks real quick in the yard with Relic just to show off the front end parts, and then I'm going to see what those motors are going to go into and rebuild what and blah blah blah. I've already done the race. I got to do video with that and take that out on the trail. And there's lots of trailing come. All right. Yeah, that is nice stuff. I really like that. I don't know my. All right. Thanks for watching.